Hi, I'm Simon Baptist, Principal Economist for Visa in Asia Pacific. I'm standing today in a typical neighbourhood on the outskirts of Kathmandu, small shops, cafes and services. One thing a lot of these businesses have in common is they don't have access to credit, be that secured credit through bank loans, unsecured credit through cards or other channels. We've recently done some research looking at how much value could be unlocked if these businesses did have access. Here's my colleague Minakshi Barman, who's going to share more about what we found.
Thanks, Simon. Our research shows that formal credit access across Asia Pacific is highly uneven. While advanced economies have mature systems, many emerging nations are still credit constrained. Here are three things that stood out. First, credit expansion in the region has started, but from a very low base. In many markets, less than 10% of adults have access to credit card, which means access to formal credit is still quite out of reach for many households. Second, access alone is not enough. Whether credit leads to growth depends on the ecosystem. So things like merchant acceptance, quality data, regulations, financial literacy do matter. And third, even small gains can unlock big impacts. If some of the emerging markets in the region were to increase credit access even modestly, we estimate that up to $25 billion in additional GDP could be unlocked. But, and this is very important, this upside is possible only if the credit expansion is well supported, well regulated, and inclusive.
Thanks, Minakshi. And that mirrors what we're seeing here. Monsoon has just hit, so I retreated into one of the local trendy cafes, which I know from yesterday serves a really good flat white, but today I'm going to try their macchiato. But what kind of things might this credit give businesses access to? We do know that a lot of small businesses that we talk to have needs for working capital to fund purchase of additional stock so they can have more inventory to sell to their customers. They're looking for investments in decor to make their businesses more welcoming, and they're looking for new assets such as improved refrigeration or better storage so that they can move into new and more profitable product lines. There's also an application for the customers. Customers might face a cash crunch for various reasons. The recent energy shocks have been especially hard felt here in South Asia, where there's a big need for imported energy. That cuts into consumers' disposable income temporarily, and credit really helps them to be able to smooth their purchases around cycles and not have as much an impact on longer term expenditures such as on education and healthcare that we know are really important for long-term economic growth.
What you're seeing there, Simon, is exactly what our research highlights. In neighborhoods such as these, credit is not about spending. It's about resilience and opportunity. But for that to happen, credit needs to be accessible, trusted, and widely usable in everyday life.
Thanks, Minakshi. That's a really powerful message. Expanding access to credit can really help business and economies grow, but only if the right conditions are in place. My macchiato's just arrived. Maybe you could go grab yourself a coffee and then please check out the research in the link below. We'd love to hear what you think.